Well, how you do, cousins? It's Rusty here, and man, do we have an awesome, packed video for you today, guys. We're going to show you a bunch of stuff that we've sold. We're going to take you out to look and show you how we look for stuff. We're going to talk about some plans for this next year. We're going to play a game, this or that, where you get to figure out what has more value and so much more, folks. Come on in and buckle up. Especially if you're driving, because it's just the safe thing to do.
No, I'm talking about a Rusty how-to. Rusty how-to.
I'm gonna find a treasure for you. And two. I'm still searching for a good deal. Not much in this store, guys, but looking through the jewelry, and they've not even put anything new. I was here yesterday. I come about every day or every couple days because they put new stuff out, and I came across this watch. Guys, it's a Geneva brand. This is a very cheap brand of watch. You see them at Goodwills all the time. And the thing about it was that when I picked it up and felt the weight and I saw the metal, I just thought to myself, man, it just seems like it's silver, because I'm very familiar with metals. And then upon further inspection, I came to the clasp, I turned it over, and look at that, 925 sterling silver, folks. The weight of this is pretty good. It's probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 grams. It only cost me $1.50. So if I can get this operational, someone will buy it as a watch. If I can't get it working, I could always just take this watch portion out, and then I could sell this with the rest of my silver based on the weight of the silver. It pays. It literally pays to really do your inspections, even if you, upon first glance, don't think it's going to be any very valuable. And also, guys, if you see stuff sometimes, like you can see the price, you know it's too expensive. If you're not in a hurry, pick it up anyways, because you want to familiarize yourself with types of metals and with stones, and just spend a moment and educate yourself, guys. Get familiar. The reason I thought to look on this was because I'm so familiar with this metal and the way it looks and the feel of it, that it prompted me to do further inspection, guys. So to do that, I'm so glad I did, because it ended up being a good purchase for me.
Here, I wanted to go over a few of the things that we have sold in the last 30 days. You can see we've sold 242 items in the last 30 days, and throughout the rest of this video, periodically, I want to come back and go over 2 or 3 just to show you what we're selling and give you a little bit of info on that. Let's start off here. I'm going to go over a couple of these. These are these military challenge coins. These are these little medallion things, as you can see here. And they're given out from commanding officers. It could be in any type of branch of the military, even joint task. 14 of these at an estate sale about 3 weeks ago. And I put these up individually, and man, I have been super impressed and excited about what they have sold for. This one alone sold for $77. Guys, I paid $80 for the entire lot. So this one coin almost made me all of my money back. Moving over, another one sold for $46. Now I'm into the profit with just 2 coins out of 114. $46. This one is Irregular Warfare. It's a very cool looking coin. You can see it's got kind of some it's just made to where you know, this inner part here is kind of, there's some negative space in there. And then this one here, guys, $66. Defense Intelligence Agency. This is counterintelligence. $66. Guys, I have sold several of these so far to date in 3 weeks. I have, at an $80 purchase, I've made somewhere around $2,200 in sales, and I think I have about 20 of these left.
Well, folks, this is the time of day I got to stop for a moment and eat something so I don't collapse. So I'm going to do that right now. All right, I'm back down here in the level I was working in before. Nothing like a little bit of Paw Patrol Kraft mac and cheese to really give me the energy I need to do this work. I'm just kidding, guys. It was a turkey sandwich. Calm down. Either way, though, I am done eating, and now it's time to get back into it. I'm sorting through a bunch of these postcards. Well, let me just show you what I'm doing. Folks, take a look at the stuff I got today while I was out. While I was out videoing the little clips here and there, this is what I pulled out, folks. And I've already shown you this little silver watch. Right here we got a pair of scissors. These are Wiss brand, W-I-S-S. They're small, as you can see how they sit in my hand here. $7.65. I expect I'll sell these for $10 to $12. They cost me 50 cents. This cost me $2. Not exactly sure how much, but I'll definitely make some money on that. This right here, 99 cents. It's a little bugle or a little trumpet. It's made out of brass. It's made to be an ornament primarily for like a Christmas tree decoration. But these things sell for $15 to $20 by themselves as well. And I paid $1 for it. And then over here, folks, some postcards. This one right here, it says, "A Thanksgiving Surprise." And this is humor, you know, from the early 1900s. We got these Native Americans. This guy was out here with his gun, his musket, and he was his black powder gun, and he shot himself a turkey, and then here come the Native Americans running him off. That didn't actually happen. Kind of cool thing about this is, first off, you can see it's dated 1908. It is a German embossed card. It has an old stamp on it, but look at this, Roxbury Station. That has been canceled from a post office that was set up within an actual train. That's right. Back in the day, they would put parcels and letters on a train for transportation, and while it was in transit, and sometimes at the station themselves, there would be a person who would use the little stamp, and he would cancel the stamp there, and this bears the name of the particular station, Roxbury Station. If I look that up, it might still be in operation. If it's not, this card would be even more valuable. It's going to be valuable now because it's ridiculous, first of all. Second of all, it's themed with Thanksgiving, which we're about to have as our next holiday. And also because of that cancellation. That's great. Right here, we have cordial Thanksgiving greetings. It's just this nice little, couple of kids trying to feed a turkey here. And at the bottom, you can see it says Ellen H. Clapsaddle. She was a very well-known and very, very talented artist for postcards of this era. And again, we're talking the early 1900s. This is also embossed, as you can see. And then this last one here, folks. Thanksgiving Day greetings. It's this kid, and anybody who knows about specific artists of postcards, I could just show you this face and you'd know who it is. If you guessed Francis Brundage, then you would be right. Francis Brundage, another awesome artist from the early 1900s, did a lot of art for postcards. And here we are. This is 1913, November 26, 1913. Awesome old cards, folks. These all will fetch good prices because of the theme. But I wanted to show you these to tell you one of the things I'm really working on for this coming year. For those of you who don't know, I have only been selling full-time since March of 2020. Before that, I've been selling since about 2000 on eBay, off and on as a hobby and for fun, but then I really stepped it up. And in the beginning, folks, when I was learning the best way to do this, anything that I could see, I mean, just anything I could find, it didn't matter what the size was. If I did the research, I would buy it and I would try to resell it to make $1. But you know what? I've decided that this coming year, I'm going to focus on small objects. I've already been doing it for a while, but I'm going to get more serious about it. And the deal is, the objects I get, 90% of the time or more, they're going to have to fit in one of these 3 containers. One of these 3, like an envelope like this, which my stamps and postcards and matchbooks and stuff like that, paper ephemera. Something small, a small little bubble mailer that things like scissors and jewelry and stuff like that, coins and stuff, little trinkets and little collectibles, and then a slightly larger size, like a medium. This is a 6x9. Basically, if it sits in a bubble mailer of a 6x9 or smaller, then old Rusty will try to get it, and the rest of my how-to crew, they know. We had a big old powwow about it. I talked to them, and I said, listen, guys, it needs to fit in these packages. Everyone was in agreement. It's going to be real good.
We're still selling these matchbooks, guys. If you watch any of these videos, you will find a couple or a handful of these we've done where we talked about matchbooks, vintage matchbooks. This one is what they call a feature matchbook, and that means it features photographs or pictures, not photographs, but pictures on the matchsticks themselves. These are from like the 1930s. Sometimes the 20s, 30s, and 1940s. This particular one is from Maxwell's. It says restaurant on White Plains Route 22. This particular one sold for $8 with the shipping included. Guys, I have made probably around $12,000, maybe a little bit more off of this lot that I spent about $1,000 on, and I still have probably 2,500 of these matchbooks left. Been an awesome, awesome little purchase. The best purchase of the year by far so far this year. This is another thing I picked up at an estate sale. I think I paid about $20 for it. It sold once. The person returned it because they said it just didn't fit the way they wanted it. Turned around, and 2 weeks later I sold it again. Roughly the same price. $100 on this, guys. Made that money back. It was a nice little purchase. And then here's another piece of jewelry. This is a diamond ring, guys. 14 karat white gold with a diamond in the center and a bunch of accent diamonds around it. Beautiful thing. I mean, look at this thing. It's got multiple rings. The ring in the center fits down inside of that. What a cool looking ring. And I think I paid around $400 for this. Sold it for $680 plus shipping. I want to take just a moment, guys, and turn you on to a brand new channel that is releasing today. It's called High Spirits. One word, High and Spirits. They stuck them together, those crazy guys. And the deal is that it's an outdoor-related channel. So it's not about reselling. But guys, it's good to take breaks from time to time and just get out there. What a beautiful world we live in. And we need to take those breaks, if only for our mental health and even for our physical health as well. So if you get a chance, go check those guys out. They're doing a really awesome job. I'm excited for them. And if you haven't done it yet, another one that just released this week is called Postcard Planet. For all you postcard or vintage paper ephemera fans out there and collectors, it might be a good place to kind of take a look and see, share some thoughts, and just kind of learn about the world of postcards. I mean, go check it out after this video. Don't shut it off yet. Definitely watch the rest of this video. Sliding over here, I wanted to show you kind of where I'm at. I said I was going to do this, and I'm going to get a lot more into this in the future. You can even see up here, guys. I mean, I've got postcards. Somewhere around 4,000 postcards. It is just that you're looking at here in the frame that I've panned around. And I've already sorted through these, folks. And I have several lots set up to go between this and next week. Over here, this section is all vintage. I'm talking pre-1930, all right? Greeting cards, Thanksgiving, Christmas, St. Patty's Day, New Year's, George Washington's birthday. I mean, everything you can think of. Everything except for Halloween. These are going to go in a lot. I don't know how many's there, probably 400 or 500. This lot here, folks, is all pre-1930. Postcards. Well, that's not true. These are not all pre-1930, but most of them are. There's a few linens in here, but a lot of these are from the 20s and the teens, and they're all focused on outdoor scenes. Monuments at national parks or outdoor scenes. That's what these are. This right here, these stacks are all buildings. These can be attractions, popular sites, things like that. Indoor scenes of buildings or outdoor scenes of buildings and homes. That's a lot. Over here, we got all chrome postcards. That's the kind that are glossy, that are the newer kind. Got a bunch here on top that are trains. We got some automobiles here. We got some airplanes and everything you can think of, guys. Greeting cards and other stuff like that. Right here is a bunch of chrome cards, but these are
this lot is just all trains. It's all it is, just locomotives, all right? That will be its own lot. Moving over, right here, this is all animals. Every single one of these postcards has animals in it of some kind. Look at these little chimpanzees or something. I don't know if those are chimpanzees or what those are. Baby gorillas, something. A Montana mule deer. All animals. So somebody wants animals. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm basically making lots of similar types, okay? This is just a particular type of card, and I've not even like spent a whole lot of time looking at it, but let's just look at it here. It says 1909 by J.I. Austin and Company. This is just a specific type, and you can see this really cool like Art Nouveau type of a look and design on that card. I think it's really cool. It makes me think of like a stereo card, right? Because you've got these pictures on either side, but they are postcards. Up here, this is all stuff from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Some of these are really old. But then just different scenes. Sometimes it's the beach. Sometimes it's different stuff. See, they're bathing in the beach. Sometimes it's black and white. Real picture postcards. But it's all Atlantic City, New Jersey. So somebody who collects that or maybe lives there might be interested in that. Over here, these are all mostly linen, and these are all Florida-based. All stuff in Florida. Here's a lady. She's just swimming in her bathing suit out there at the Lucky Tree. It's Silver Springs, Florida. And then you got, you know, stuff where you're looking at flamingos and you're looking at old cars and you're checking out, you know, different fruit and stuff that grow out there. It's all Florida stuff, folks. Over here, all Statue of Liberty. Ever different angle over the time that you can think of the Statue of Liberty. That's what it is. I don't know who just wants to collect a bunch of Statue of Liberty postcards, but there may be somebody out there. We're going to try it out. Here's some more animals. These are all chrome animals, and these are all linen postcards, and earlier than that, postcards. Some real picture postcards, all animals again. This is a set that I found at an antique store just a couple days ago, and it's all different types of doggies, right? Little pups. And some of them are just running around. But those are cool. They're not in the greatest condition, as you can see, but they are real old, and they're like an interesting size that I'm not terribly familiar with. We got the Mastiff here. And again, you got this cool little design around it. It's got like a nice little story about that breed of animal. And then over here, guys, I've not really sorted these yet, but these are Christmas-related items, which I will be, you know, the number one thing I'm trying to do right now is get all my Thanksgiving stuff out. But Christmas will be next, folks. This is like a die cut. I think it was set up to be an ornament, possibly. No, we got Christmas Club, now open for membership. So it's an advertisement, okay? And it's set up like Santa Claus. Then you got another Ellen Clapp saddle, as you can see, signed. Christmas postcard embossed, beautiful. Here's one of Santa, and he's wearing green. Guys, anytime you can find Santa wearing blue, purple, green, anything other than red or white or pink, they sell for more money. Nice embossed, beautiful card, made in Germany. Some of, in my opinion, some of the most beautiful cards ever made were made in Germany. And then this one came in a big lot. It's not the greatest card in the world, but it is a Santa card, so it has a little bit more interest. Then I got others over here, guys. We're going to get into some more real picture postcards, talk about that. Talk about exaggerated cards. See this, where it makes it look like things are bigger than they really are. Potato, big old fish, big oranges. Cabbages grow about this size. No, they don't, folks. But this is the humor of the early 1900s. So out here, this is part of my day. Sorting things out, being creative with how I'm going to sell it, and then getting it up on eBay. Folks, it's time for another edition of This or That. It's a game. Welcome back, How To Rusty How To. How you do? This or that. It's a game. Rusty How To. It's gonna be so much fun. Which is more valuable? An old tobacco tin, Prince Albert, crimp cut, long burning pipe and cigarette tobacco? Or a grimy old 8-track player of the Beatles album Revolver? Take a moment, think through it. If you guessed the 8-track, you were correct. These are selling anywhere from $15 up to $40. The Prince Albert cans, especially in the condition that this one is in, probably only going to go for $5 to $8, $10 if I'm lucky. Part of that is because there are so many for sale, and also the Beatles are just so darn popular. Which is more valuable? Would it be a lot of 2 Halloween postcards by artist Ellen Clapsaddle, or a brand new sealed copy of Klaus Tuber's Settlers of Catan? What do you think? Well, folks, believe it or not, 2 original, if they are original, these, I kind of tricked you, these are actually reproductions. But if these were original, vintage, good condition, Halloween postcards, these would most likely fetch more money than a brand new board game. This game, $30 to $40. These, they could fetch $20 or $30 a piece. I bet you could get as high as maybe $60 to $75 for a lot of 2 original Halloween Ellen Clapsaddle postcards.
Another one of these matchbooks sold. Friends, we're selling them every week. This is one that doesn't even have any matches inside of it, as you can see. This is by the Colgate brand. It's Colgate Match, they call it, but it's by the Diamond Matchbook Company. And it's just an image of a woman playing golf. Really cool old image. This is from like probably early 1930s. This one sold for $10, free shipping, so shipping probably cost me about close to $3, so $7 off of that. Here's a pair of hiking boots by the Merrill Company. These are women's hiking boots. I paid around $5 for these at Goodwill, and it took me about a month to sell them. I had a lot of interest, but finally somebody pulled the trigger, $50 on that, so $45 profit. Now, obviously, I take out fees and stuff that I pay to eBay, but still a really nice flip there. This was cool. We out down at the warehouse, we have a section where we collect whiskey as an investment, full bottles, new bottles, and rare bottles. This we also look all the time for old bottles of whiskey. This was a Seagram's Canadian whiskey, and I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was, yeah, right there, you can look at this, 1929, guys. You can see the label there in the top middle. This is from 1929, and if you know your history, guys, in October of 1929 was when the stock market crashed, and so this bottle was purchased that same year. Did they buy it to drown their sorrows? I don't know, folks, but it was a cool little bottle. I think I paid just around $2 for that at Goodwill, of all places. Sold it for $16 plus shipping. Loved this little sale, folks. I sold this for $180. I paid $40 for it, and if you look at one of our old estate sale videos, you'll see where I find it. It is a lot of German-made straight razors. And this is the brand name, but it's one for every day of the week. Still selling various pairs of Nike shoes from time to time. I found this pair, believe it or not, for $30. I believe that it was at some sort of department store where they used to get Nike things in. It was like a Ross or something like that. Paid $30 for it. It took me quite a while to sell this pair just because I wasn't willing to sell it for a low ball amount. They were new. They didn't have tags on them, but they hadn't been used. $90. They even paid shipping on that, which I liked. Friends, this is crazy. I bought this bracelet 2 days ago. Okay, I paid, what did I pay? $60 for it, I think. It's a Tiffany & Company bracelet made out of silver. Put it up, had a few offers, but someone bit real fast, $175. Let's just call it $170 after shipping. And then, minus that $60, that's a over $100 flip in 2 days. That's the best kind of flip when it goes that fast. Last couple here, guys, are postcards. And this is some postcards, matchbooks, small items that are easy and inexpensive to ship, are our bread and butter. We buy them in lots of hundreds or thousands at a time, and I sell them individually. Right now, we're starting to see some good sales of Thanksgiving-related postcards, Christmas-related postcards, and then, of course, in this case, Easter. Anytime you have a holiday card that features an animal that is dressed up like a person, there's a big collector market for that. And here we have these bunny rabbits dressed up like people walking on these colorful eggs. This is an embossed card, and probably German card. Let's see. And it says printed in Saxony there on the left hand. 1909. It's got a nice little cancellation on it and a really cool old stamp. I just love these guys, mainly for the history, but they also sell pretty well. That one was $10. I was probably in about 8 to 10 cents on that card, same as this one. Again, someone wanted, these are two different buyers, but again, a rabbit, they're dressed up, they're hugging on each other, sitting in a broken egg. Just cool old card. They paid for shipping on this one, so we brought in $8.75. Guys, anytime you can see these old vintage postcards, they're just super cool. If you get them, guys, please take the time, read the note. They can say some really neat things in here sometimes. This is going to Mr. Earl Hollingsworth in Ohio. They don't even have to have the address. It's just in Ludlow Falls, folks. You know, Mr. Hollingsworth over there in Ludlow Falls. This is back before they had to even put the address in that area. They knew where Mr. Hollingsworth was. Back then, the population was a lot less, and so it was easier. They didn't need all those numbers and stuff. But really cool stuff, guys. I love these postcards. If next time you're out in an antique store, just see. Sometimes you can find them in large lots for just cents on the dollar, and that's the best way to get them.
Folks, I'd love to keep talking with you all day long and showing you more about what I do. But I got to run to the post office because I got to fulfill a bunch of stuff that I sold. This is part of the day. I get up, I find out what's sold, I fulfill it. That means I pay for the shipping, I package it, and then I put those in my vehicle. And then at some point during the day, if I'm out sourcing in between stuff, I head out. Sometimes I actually schedule USPS to come to my warehouse and pick up here because we go through a lot of items. But today I'm just going to just had a few things, and instead of waiting a day, I wanted to get them out quickly for the people who bought them. So anyhow, folks, I hope that helps a little bit. Make sure to go check out High Spirits, one word, and Postcard Planet, because doggone it, postcards are cool, just because of the history primarily. Well, you guys, have yourself a good one.
Rusty hair